The Senate Committee on Petroleum Downstream has given the principal of the Petroleum Training Institute a 48-hour deadline to submit the name of the contractor responsible for supplying a multi-billion naira diving support vessel for the institute. The institute also came under fire last week over its inability to take over the training vessel when the Ministry of Petroleum had paid 985 million naira for the vessel. The committee also queried the management of PTI over its internally generated revenue and expressed concern that its income is not reflected in its 2012 budget.
For the second time in a week, the management of the Petroleum Training Institute, PTI, Efrun Delta State, has come under fire from the Senate over the whereabouts of a multi-billion naira training vessel belonging to the institute. The Ministry of Petroleum Resources, through the PTI, released over 985 million naira to Netsat Limited for the vessel, but it is yet to be delivered. Some lawmakers who went to Singapore found the vessel to be in bad shape. The delegation, which went to Singapore to inspect the vessel in 2010, recommended that it should be repaired and brought to Nigeria, but this has not happened, which made lawmakers to question the existence of the vessel. But the principal of PTI insists that the vessel exists.
The contract was awarded by the ministry to a vendor to supply the vessel to PTI. And in 2009, and actually payments have been made in line with the milestone agreements of that contract. He couldn't meet the contractual agreements, and there were approvals for him to get some extra money to be able to bring the vessel in line with the requests he made.
The chairman of the Senate Committee on Petroleum Downstream instructed the principal of PTI to submit the name of the contractor responsible for supplying the vessel.
Let's know what the original contract sum was. Let's know how much has been paid. Let's know how much is outstanding.
The committee members were also not impressed with the management of the PTI over its internally generated revenue for 2012 and for its many unfinished projects.
You talked of training for oil companies, you talked of training for Niger Delta, you talked of training. I assume that you've generated a lot of revenue from those partnerships. I don't see it reflected in the revenue generation profile.
The committee instructed the management of the institute to furnish it with a list of the capital projects yet to be completed by the institute. Linda Kibe, Channels Television News.